This is Maria-Louise Warne, and she says after years of attempting to create the perfect Christmas for her stepchildren, she's finally given up.
Yeah, she says it's impossible to please anyone when you're a stepmom, particularly at Christmas. Oh, dear. Poor you, Maria-Louise. We're all there in the Christmas spirit. We've got the choir singing, and you're definitely not feeling Christmas.
Definitely bar humbug.
Why not?
Because I think you have a lot of pressure on you at Christmas to be perfect. And I think that the perfect family now perhaps just doesn't exist anymore.
Well, you see, you say being a stepmom ruined your Christmas.
Yes.
Or could I put it to you, did you ruin Christmas by being a stepmother, a wicked stepmother?
I think we handled things very badly from day one, and I think it was a recipe for disaster.
When did you last have a happy Christmas and what went wrong?
I think the last happy Christmas was 1987, when my then partner left his family and we had New Year and everything together. And then the following year we had his daughters to come and stay, and it just went wrong from there.
You just say that he left his family. Is that not the crux of the problem, possibly, that he left his wife and children for you?
Yes.
So is that something, did they maybe resent you for
Definitely.
that?
And so obviously I was always the wicked stepmother, even though we weren't even married. And I was sort of there, obviously imaginary, polishing up my poison apples. Would you like one of these, darling? Although I never actually did that. But no, certainly I never had a chance.
OK, well, bring us back in time. 1988 is the year. You've got the stepchildren around. How old are they?
They were in their teens.
OK, and when did you sort of sense that they didn't like you?
I knew from the day that their father left their mother that there were problems. The younger one was a little bit more crafty. She would come because obviously she had presents and she had visits to hotels and nice things with us, and she thought, well, I can tolerate you because look what I'm getting. But the other one was terribly the sort of anti-me. And on Christmas Day, I knew things were going wrong when I was sitting on the sofa and the eldest daughter was behind the sofa on the floor opening her presents, going, I don't like that, I don't need that, I don't want that. And I just thought, fine, OK, what do I do now? And
did your partner say anything to her, like, that's very rude?
Or no.
Thank Maria for your gifts?
No. He wasn't working. He'd lost a business. And so everything we had, I'd done all the shopping, I'd done all the cooking and done all the buying. And he said nothing for 4 hours. She didn't even come in and say good morning. And after 4 hours, I said, do you think we could have a little word in private? And we went into another room in private, and I said, this has gone on too long, you've got to say something.
You didn't just say this is... And he backed his kids, basically.
Yeah, 100%.
He backed his kids, which you sort of learned blood is thicker than water.
Exactly, we've said this before, yes.
Now, listen, though, but when you said, get in here and we'll talk, I think that gives something away. You have a wee bit of a temper, perhaps?
Yes, I would have to admit that. I'm sorry now, looking back. I think you've got in your notes that on January the 6th I should be 60, and now is a time to think about these things. And yes, I have to take responsibility. I did handle things badly.
So when we go back to 1988, and the Christmas pudding...
I think jealousy, if I'm honest, is the big green-eyed monster, and I was jealous that their father wanted to spend time with them and not with me.
Yes.
They were jealous for the opposite reason.
But to the point, you got to hear this, folks. So Maria-Louise, she makes this Christmas pudding, her pride and joy, and she laces it with beautiful succulent fruits.
As you do.
It turns out that one of the stepdaughters didn't like these fruits, so bring us up to date. What happened?
Well, we were at the table and everything was a disaster. You don't like that, Daddy, do you? And all this. And we got to the Christmas pudding stage and it was like flick, flick, flick. And I was watching this. I thought, I'm not going to say anything. I am going to say something. And then, of course, I did. And I said, what are you doing? And she said, well, I don't like the fruit in the pudding. And I said, well, I've got a much better way of separating the fruit from the pudding. And I took the pudding and threw it out into the back garden.
I kind of
get it in the Christmas tree story?
Yes, let's get the Christmas tree
story. It gets better than that.
Well, that was out in the back garden, but... After that, when the eldest daughter and I had words, I decided to declare Christmas officially closed. And to declare it closed, I got the Christmas tree with all the lights and all the balls and yanked it out of the wall and said, Christmas is now over! And that went out the front window.
So you threw the Christmas tree out the front door?
Yes.
But this is not going to be conducive to good relations with your stepchildren, is it? Was that just a moment of... You saw the red mist came down?
Yes.
So did you apologise and say, look, can we talk this through?
No.
What, have you a problem with me? Because they're teenagers. I mean, they're not littlies.
No, I got in the car and went down to my mum's. And she said, I told you it was going to be a recipe for disaster, so you're right, they will always hate your guts, which was true.
Hello, YouTube. For more of the same, just click here. And don't forget, you can subscribe for even more of these amazing videos exclusive to our channel.